everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to cut a kimono dress with split neckline and pockets that fit all sizes, almost all sizes. For this dress we don't need a lot of measurements, okay? So I'll be using this striped red fabric to cut the main body and then this polka dot fabric for the pockets. And I have measured 3 yards out of the entire fabric that I have, and this is what I'll use to cut the bubu. I also divided the 3 yards that I measured out into 2 and folded like this, so I have four layers altogether. So I'm going to start by marking my center back to sleeve measurement, and this is the measurement from the back of your neckline to the desired sleeve length. So for me, I have 20 inches and I'm going to add 2 inches seam allowance to that, so I have 22 altogether. And also I'm using the whole length of the fabric for this dress. So since it's a free dress, I won't be taking any horizontal measurements. So the next thing to do now is to mark the neck width and the neck depth. And for me, I'm working with 3-inch neck width, and for the back neck depth I measured 1 inch down, and for the front neck depth I measured 3 inches down and then connect. Okay, so now you know that the neckline has like a split in front, so from the 3-inch neck depth mark another 3 inches down and just mark it and leave it there. Okay, so mark half of your shoulder width, and at the end of the sleeve length here, come down by 1 inch, then connect from the 1 inch to the shoulder measurement. So for the arm opening, it's going to be also very wide, because it's a free dress and we want it to fit almost all sizes. So I'm going to have about 12 inches here for the arm opening, and at this point here mark 1 inch in. Okay, so this leaves me with a 22-inch width for the dress also, which I believe will be okay for every sizes since this is on fold. So now from the 2-inch that you marked in, just shape right back to the side of the dress this way with your ruler, and also just create a slight curve here so that to remove this sharpness, this sharp edge here, and it will be easy for you to sew when you're making the dress. Okay, so to just cut starting with the back neckline and then cut all the sides. Then after cutting the back neckline, go ahead to cut the front and also split the neckline of the front up to the 3-inch that you marked earlier. Just place the front piece on a piece of fabric to cut out the facing and slit the neckline down to where you stopped for the front neckline. Okay, so now I want the width of the facing to be like 3.5 inches. So just measure and cut, and also make sure that the length of the keyhole is the same for the facing and the main dress. So also cut the back facing the same way. Now for the pocket, I made it 18.5 inches long, and for the width I made it 13 inches. So moving on to the placement of the pocket. So I measured down from the shoulder to about 18 inches. This is where I'm going to place the pocket. You can also measure your shoulder to waist and then add like 3 to 4 inches for this. So just mark that point and then eyeball it to the side, and from there go in by 5 to 6 inches depending on how close you want the pockets to be or how far apart you want the pockets to be. So once you've located the point you want the pockets to be, just pin the pocket in place, and if you find that yours is too far or close together, just adjust as required. And so this is where I want to place my own pocket, and at the top here I'm going to fold like 1.5 to finish the edge of the pocket. So after that I'm going to sew the pocket all round by ½ inch. I have pinned the 2 pockets here and it's time to sew all the pieces. So here I have the back facing and the front, and I have iron stay on both. So before I start to join, the first thing I'll do is to sew the pockets down, because once you join it becomes really hard to achieve this. So after sewing the pockets, the next thing to do now is to sew the shoulders and the side. And the way I want to sew this, I'm going to put the wrong side together instead of the right side. So then I'm going to sew all my joinings, all the parts I want to join, with about 1/8 inch. When you finish sewing the wrong side together, after doing that, then you now put it right sides together and sew. Okay, you sew with another half or 1/8 inch. I've sewn all the joining as explained, and this type of finishing makes your work look neat in and out, especially when you're making like shirts and free dresses, kimono or bubus like this. So this is a perfect way to finish the raw edges of your joining. Hem the raw edge of the sleeves also. And for the facing, I joined this facing separately from the dress itself. To finish the neckline of this dress, just align the shoulder joining of the facing together and then all round the neckline. After pinning, go ahead to sew like this, also sew the split neckline. And when you're done, iron the garments very well. So please like, subscribe and comment if you enjoyed this tutorial. This helps my channel grow. Thank you very much for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one.